I'm Amy. I'm currently a Band 5 rotational member of staff on the respiratory team at the minute, and as part of the flexible working I am doing an 8 till 4. I'm really glad I've done that. The commute's quite bad, especially at the end of the day getting out from town.
I'm Lucy. I'm one of the Band 7 neurosciences physio, so I'm static within that area, and I'm currently doing the 9 and 10 working pattern, so I start at 8 o'clock and finish at 10 to 5. We all know this, that working in the NHS there are significant pressures, so kind of even before you've gone up to the ward, you've already done a full hours in service, which I think a lot of the team have found really beneficial.
I feel like I've got my evenings back, which is really important.
If you're working the weekend, so for example if you're working a Sunday, actually you're only working 3 days before then you have that day off to have that rest. Sorry, I forgot what the question was. Please cut that out. Traffic kind of around here isn't really ideal for a lot of us that commute, so naturally we would all leave earlier and get here probably for around that time anyway and start working.
It just felt like for 5 days I didn't really do much other than work, especially for us, we work out of hours, we're doing weekends, we're doing on call, so it can get quite a lot if you've got them 4 days. If you've got an on call and you're working on a weekend, then you come into work the next day, I feel a lot more refreshed, and obviously that's going to help with patient care and help with our kind of staff morale as well.
I was quite stressed in the sense I was struggling to get everything in within my actual working day of 7.5 hours. I think we're all guilty sometimes of thinking that you can just switch off and walk out the door, but I think we're very caring people that do this job, and you can't switch off if you know there are things outstanding.
And through a few of us being here at 8 already screening the patients, we can kind of a lot more effectively hand over information. Everyone can kind of get into the clinical work a little bit more efficiently. So in terms of patient contact, that's probably helping with that.
You don't feel like you're kind of like, right, I'm on countdown to my annual leave. You don't feel like, right, I've got 3 weeks to go and then I can have a break. For example, if I'm kind of getting called to a patient at 7:30, 7:45 in the morning, the respiratory team are already kind of here and present to support with that. As to in regards to continuity of care, you haven't then got an out of hours physiotherapist seeing that patient, potentially that time in the morning, and then a different physio going to see them. When we're getting those early morning calls, we found actually Amy then went straight down to see this patient and actually had a clear handover and then could see that patient for that patient throughout their stay.
That's literally that's happened this morning. So in terms of patient care, they're getting that familiar face. The member of staff that went up to see the patient knows them really well. So as a junior member of staff myself, before maybe there wasn't that need for cross-covering, so I'm kind of based on medicals and cystic fibrosis, and I might not have needed to have covered like the PICU service. So in terms from a kind of competence and confidence point of view, I find that now there's a need for me to maybe do a bit more cross-covering. I'm getting the opportunities to more consistently see patients like that. So then when I'm doing my weekend and on-call work, I feel a lot more confident in treating those type of patients.
Was I swinging on the chair?
I think I was as well. I'm really going to be so dizzy watching it. We'll be like, ooh.
I forgot the question. Yeah.